The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Big guys up front, line up. It's first down. They're going to run it here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. Second down, we're going to throw it. Lets it go quickly. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. Oh, that one's picked off. Pass midfield. At the 30. The 20. Touchdown. Cardinal. And the defense adds 6 with an interception return. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. The returner is brought down. It's a start on the next drive. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. And they recover from that right now.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Here's the second down play. To the air, it's Kromenhoek. Quick throw to the left side. He's got a man down the middle. Tackle made after a solid gain to spot the ball at the 34.
Good job here by the quarterback putting that ball in the air where the receiver can make a play on it. And I tell you, Florida State has had some great receivers over the years, and this kid is really living up to that.
First down here for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Going to try to use his legs here. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Important second down play coming up. Testing the right side here. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage, or face a tricky fourth down decision. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker.
Well, this guy did everything that he could to try to get to that first down marker. It looks like he's just going to be inches short, and it's decision time for the offensive coordinator and head coach.
On their own side of the 50, but they're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. The Noles looking to keep this drive rolling.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the first down line. Just punch it in and pick up a first down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
And the Seminoles pick up enough yards to move the sticks. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. It's a quick grab. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up a first down and keep this drive alive. I tell you, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. And boy, Chris, over the years, how many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Wanke and Jameis Winston, Charlie Ward. Man, so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
Well, Chris, I can tell you as a quarterback, there's nothing more frustrating than a big defensive lineman who's good at swatting the ball. Because if they don't do it, oftentimes you got an open receiver and a completion.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Looking for some space. It's Davis. The pickup is 9. That's what they're looking for. Sets up a 3rd and 1 now.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Solid gain in the running play. 3rd down now. Can he get there on the ground? And they pick up the first down. Tackled at the 25.
RPO gives the quarterback so many options, and it puts a lot on the defense. If you overcommit one way, the quarterback's going to make you pay for it. Here, the defense sat back, made it easy. Hand the ball off, let that running back get some good yards.
The Seminoles have 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Parker. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
And the Noles line it up with 1st and goal. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play and support.
2nd and goal for the offense. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain.
Well, they get stopped here on 2nd down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. Just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure he gets the ball out of his hands quickly.
Great job by the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. Caught over the middle. It's McCoy. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
That's a good job by this offense getting positive yards here on this 3rd and goal, but now they're facing 4th and goal. Big decision on whether or not to settle for the field goal, at least get some points, or roll the dice and try to get this ball into the end zone on 4th down.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the... So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Back out there in the field now. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. Stanford comes to the line quickly here.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And he drops back in the gun. It's an out route. The catch made. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down. They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Stanford 7, Florida State 3.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, the quarterback gets drilled on this play, Chris, as he lets go of that ball before the interception. I think he was just trying to get it out. Didn't seem to have a chance to set his feet up. And what did it do? It made it a lot easier for the defender to come up with the interception.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so it's sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Back to pass. It's Kromenhoek. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Tackle made with a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
Looking for his big tight end. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his 2nd interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
They've got him down out near the 40.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Tackle is made, but it's good for a first down of the 47. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. First down, looking to throw the football. Sophomore trying to make a play, but put too much on the throw.
It's now 2nd down.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Handoff from the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 40. And the stop is made, but not before a huge gain moves the ball to the 32. The Stanford offense is moving quickly down the field.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive line up. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in the rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
They attack the deep middle of this defense, Kirk, come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
The Stanford offense lines up on first and goal now. Handoff here from the shotgun. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Stanford.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. The defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
I like the call here by the offense coordinator. After the interception on the previous drive, you get your quarterback a nice, easy throw, something underneath. Try to get him back into rhythm. Let's see what he can do from here.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Looking downfield, it's Kromenhoek. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Yeah, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
New set of downs for the offense, first and 10. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He's going to pull it down and run. Run down after a 7-yard gain, so it's second and 3.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
We go with a direct snap. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be fourth down and inches to go. The ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. That's a design quarterback keeper. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
I think it says a lot about this coach's confidence that he has in his team, that he sticks to running the football on fourth down. You know, a lot of teams, they might try to get cute, pull out a special play that they've been practicing for weeks, but not this guy. They just line up, run the ball, and pick it up.
Oh, can you believe it? He dropped the ball. Don't see that often from this excellent receiver. He's going to bring up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
Looking to throw. It's Kromenhoek. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Eludes the rush. Nice grab. It's Williams. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up the first set of downs.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Looking to chuck it again. That's reeled in. It's McCoy.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Using his legs, it's Davis. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida State. Methodical but effective, Kirk. Probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in a conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting. Slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion. Just masterful execution on that drive.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Cardinal offense is back out there on the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown in their last possession. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. It's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. First down now. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Or it's snapped to the back. The gain is 8 yards, so it sets up a 3rd and 2. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Press coverage now from the secondary. On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down. this out. Offense going for it inside their own 40. And the quarterback just sneaks it. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
How about that defensive front in the line? Collapsing down on the football. You would think that the quarterback sneak is a safe call, an easy call to get the yards that you need, but not with that push by that defensive line.
Comes the Florida State offense on the field. Let's see how aggressive this offense gets. They can move into field goal range easily, and a senior making a disruptive impact play. Timeout is called to duck strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Looking to pass here on second down. Looking to scramble. On the run here, lets it go. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch downfield. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. The field goal is good. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for three, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Gets off a squib kick. It'll be fielded by one of the up men. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Stanford will kick it off to get the second half going. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Second down play coming up. And the quarterback keeps it here. He's found some room with the 45. And he's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. Here's a 1st and 10 play. And he's got it again. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Now it's 2nd down here. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
The Noles begin a new series here, 1st and 10. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. No shot to bring him down. Touchdown, Seminoles. They'll take the lead in the second half. That's a test of toughness and a test of will, and the running back won that.
Yeah, that's a great effort. Love to see running backs get their knees up and run through those potential arm tackles. That's what makes him one of the top backs in the country.
Coach makes the decision to go for a two-point conversion. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he runs it into the end zone. So now the lead sits at 7. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Stanford offense is back out there on the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Incompletion makes it 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fix. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? And the quarterback dropping back. The pass rush closing in. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
And the ball rolls dead. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The offense gets a 2nd chance at points here after that special teams roughing penalty. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They bring him down, but the back able to pick up some decent yardage in that screen. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Take it down, but not before he makes the 1st down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do well.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Here's the throw deep downfield. Catch made inside the 10. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal. Might have to try the extra point. The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. He'll earn the 1st down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Hands off to the left. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Getting set. Here's second down. Takes the handoff. It's Davis. Solid gain, moves the ball to a 43.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision? Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
My gosh, this receiver is outstanding. A huge play for this Florida State offense. And I tell you, you and I have been coming into Tallahassee a long time. We've seen some great receivers. Guys like Johnny Wilson, most recently, a big, tall target. Anquan Bolden could do everything. Maybe one of my favorite players of all time, Peter Warrick. And going back to Fred Biletnikoff, played, of course, at Florida State.
Offense operating from the pistol. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Offense thinking touchdown, not field goal, facing a third and long from the 20-yard line. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He's moving out of the pocket. Incomplete, and that shot to the end zone.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
And he knocks that one right through. And they've regained the lead. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Stanford offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets made on the out route. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Solid gain, moves the ball to a 43. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Looks like Stanford will have the first down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up the first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. A quick throw out left, complete. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Florida State 24, Stanford 21.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. There's the handoff. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Stanford getting set for the 1st and 10 now. He'll hand it off. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right there.
2nd down after that previous play. The marker and still going. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down play coming up for this offense. He hands it to the back. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They stop him for a 2-yard gain, which will bring up 4th down.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on 3rd down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is it gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
And it's good, right down the middle. And the game now tied here in the final quarter. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Florida State offense on the field. Last possession produced a field goal. Let's see what they can come up with this time. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Receiver makes the catch. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. From the gun, he looks for an open man. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. We tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
And the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Gonna run it. It's Davis. Solid run. Tackled at the 45-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was an excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Catch made on the right side. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down.
This play takes a little bit of time to develop. The quarterback shows outstanding patience here before he makes that throw.
And the Seminoles are going to keep this drive rolling. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nowhere to run up the middle.
So the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Here's the second down play. Here comes a handoff. Fights through a tackle. Showed off the stiff arm, but nowhere to go. He's held to a short gain. Third down play coming up. To try a field goal from here, it will be 62 yards. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. And the completion made. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down. And the clock has stopped here as we reach the final 2 minutes of play. The Seminoles will line up on 1st and 10. Looks right for a quick completion. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. 1st and 10 play coming up. Here's the handoff. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Fans of the defense got to be frustrated. The offense cannot be stopped here. Keeping it on the ground here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. He's got some room and some blockers here. At the 30 now. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Oh, Chris, you're in the 4th quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another chance. Touchdown, Stanford. They have jumped in front in the final minute.
Just so impressed by this offense and the way they've executed throughout most of this day. Now with the game on the line, they deliver and give them the go-ahead score. There's enough time, though, on the clock
Your defense is going to have to go out there and make some plays to be able to win this game.
So after taking the lead, they'll kick it off here and hope the defense can hold on. The Seminoles offense comes back on the field. So here we go. They need a touchdown. Got a little time to work with. How will they play this situation? That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. They look to throw it here on second down. Receiver makes the grab, and the offense will take a timeout with exactly 24 seconds remaining.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. And he's got it. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, Chris, just like this in the fourth quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds. That's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. Here comes a first down pass attempt. The pocket breaking down. The sure hands. It's McCoy. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. And the offense will spend a timeout, just 14 seconds left on the clock.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline. And he'll step out of bounds to stop the clock. That is perfect execution there. They continue to march toward a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Under pressure, just lets it go. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Now time for one final play that obviously has to go into the end zone to see if they can tie it up.
Quarterback operating an empty set. Now a late timeout is taken. 6 seconds showing on the clock.
Timeout, Stanford.
Important second down play coming up. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Makes a quick catch. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. Big opportunity for the offense to tie this game up in the 4th quarter. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Touchdown, Knowles. This passing game is still on fire.
Now you've got a big decision. What a great touchdown, but think about it. If you kick the extra point, you tie the game up, probably go to overtime. Or do you roll the dice and go for 2 and potentially win the game?
And now the PAT to tie it in regulation and force overtime. And the PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. So 1st and 10, our first play of overtime. The shotgun handoff here. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Now the offense is set up with a short field. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Will he score here? It's a touchdown as they jump on top here in overtime. And now the extra point to make this a 7-point game in overtime. PAT puts him in front by 7. So pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. They'll give it to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And now a decision. Do you kick the PAT or go for 2 and the win? And the PAT is good. So 1 overtime, not enough to decide this one. Here comes the first play of double OT. They'll give it to the running back. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Back behind the quarterback, aligned in a pistol. That's caught. It's Thomas. They can't stop him. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice 1st down.
Looking for a gap. It's Davis. And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
Pass caught. Can he get in? Fighting for the end zone, but doesn't get there. They'll spot the ball at the 3.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. In for a touchdown to claim the lead in double overtime. And now a 2-point try coming up. And they get set now to try the PAT. Looked like the defense thought they had him contained. Look at the blazing speed of that quarterback.
Great design run for this quarterback, and you know what kind of threat he is with that kind of speed. The defense just seemed to be out of position from the very beginning. I wouldn't be surprised to see something similar later on in this game.
So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. And now the handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. The shotgun running play call. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front of the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
So a challenging 3rd down play. They need a 1st down or a touchdown to keep this game going. Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost him 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So a challenging 3rd down play. They need a 1st down or a touchdown to keep this game going. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost them 5 yards. Third and long in obvious 4-down territory. They'd love to at least get a chunk of it here. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. And he pulls in the catch. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's 3rd down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he will be stuffed for no gain. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's moving out of the pocket now. The throw complete to the running back underneath. They bring him down, but not before he gains 1st down yardage.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
So needing to reach the end zone to keep this game alive, it's 1st and goal now. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And it's a touchdown! They're an extra point away from double OT, or you go for 2 and win it right now.
Well, this is one of the benefits of going 2nd when you get into overtime. Now you know what you're facing. You put a touchdown on the board, you can either send it to another overtime if you kick an extra point, or potentially, hey, let's win the game and go for 2 right here.
now, they'll go for a two-point conversion. Now the offense will spend a timeout to get everybody organized. Can't afford a mistake at this moment. Now the offense will go for a two-point conversion. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And the pass is incomplete. Now, it's always a special year and a moment these players will never forget. They can call themselves champions of the ACC. With everything they put into it, now the spotlight will get even brighter. With the playoff spot locked up, we're going to find out how they'll fare against the other best teams in the country. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.